Hello YouTube, Shadow Soul Dweller here. We're doing a video today on Assassin's Creed Origins. If you've seen any of the content I've put up lately, you'll have seen that I've put up the E3 official trailer video. If you haven't seen that yet, please go and check it out. It's got some awesome stuff in it. And also there's a video I've put up now, gameplay, which is what they've put in their combat arena, or Colosseum if you prefer, in the game, which shows a good deal of the new content, especially around the combat style that they've now added into the game. Again, if you haven't seen it, please go and check it out, drop it a like, give me any comments you've got. I'd love to know what you guys think. But now I'm just doing this quick video to cover up some of the new things they've put in the game that we've seen so far, including some information they dropped just a few days ago to update us even further, which I'll get later on in the video. Anyway, for now, let's start off with what we've seen. Obviously, the new setting, Ancient Egypt, which is something that's been spoke about for a good while now, the Assassin's Creed games. Obviously, on Assassin's Creed 4, if you look through the data files that you could hack from the computers, you could see that they've spoken a few of those files about an Egyptian-based game, and the fact that that was where they believe the origins of the actual Brotherhood of the Assassins came from. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go about the story, starting from absolute scratch and creating a new lore for the consoles and for the entire series. So starting off, obviously they've got a new assassin to go with the Egyptian theme, Bayek. It seems like they've started off with the base already of the hood, but they've taken away the robes, etc. It'll be interesting to see if that becomes a feature that gets drawn later on in the game, or if they're going to completely lay that off. Obviously, new assassin, new backstory, which is going to be great. Let's see if they build on that so well. They've also brought in a new version for what we believe would have to be Eagle Vision. Now, instead of the traditional Eagle Vision that breaks everything up by colour, instead they've brought in an eagle called Senu, who has a close bond, for what we can see, with Bayek. And basically you get to see what's ahead of you through Senu's eyes, and later on down the line you can unlock the ability for him to be able to distract guards or be able to create commotion to draw their attention away. Obviously, as it's an eagle, as we would expect, we're hoping to see now, is this what is going to be the origin originally of Eagle Vision that would later on become available as the sense for certain assassins later in history. One of the other big changes you can see in the video is actually that they've taken away the mini-map and now created a scrolling compass at the top of the screen. For people that have played the Skyrim game especially, or other games from the Elder Scrolls series, this will seem a bit more familiar to them, as this is a system they've always used. Obviously it will create a whole difference by the fact that, for a start, it opens up the screen quite a lot by not having the mini-map in the bottom left hand corner, and also it will mean you rely a lot more on your own senses and understanding to find your way around the map, which from what they've shown as well, it's going to be a big map this time that they're really putting in. Looks like they've really made an effort to try and open it into a fully open world with much more available to do. That also leads on to as well the wildlife they've added into the game. Especially there's going to be a lot of animals that have their own natural ecosystem, which I'll touch on in a bit. But basically it will create a lot more interaction and a lot more hunting than we've seen in the other games, which I'll see is slowly introduced from 3 moving into 4, and of course Rogue. So it'll be quite cool to see what they do with that. So, also in on to, for fighting human combatants, you've got now the ability for picking up any weapon in the game, which obviously we've seen in the other Assassin's Creed games that you can pick up enemy weapons and use them for a short time, but in this one there's also going to be a skill tree to all your skills, whether it be crafting, fighting, sneaking, whatever you like with the character, so you level up in a much more traditional RPG style. Now this will actually work in with the picking up weapons, because there'll be certain weapons you can pick up and keep, and then in that skill tree you can develop your abilities to get a better understanding of that weapon and be able to use it in a much better format. They have already stated that when you start off there will be no one-hit killing policies. You'll have to continually work on building up certain weapon skills to make them powerful enough and refined enough, including the hidden blade, to actually be able to strike much more powerful foes. So we'll see how that plays into the game. So I'm a bit 50-50 on not being able to kill straight away with the hidden blade, but we'll see if it ties in properly. You know, I believe the hidden blade will become a smaller function in this game, as they've shown, with a wider variety of weapons available. Obviously, as I just touched on there with the skill tree, crafting is going to be available in this game. Obviously it allows you to create better and stronger weapons with what you have, and obviously combine weapons together as well to make something even better. So it's going to be quite cool to see where they go with that one, really. And as I mentioned earlier, there was new data released just the other day. Now, we have to give credit to mainly a French magazine, and I apologise if I say this wrong, but it's Jeux Vidéo magazine, who released the following statement. The animals in the game will benefit from improved artificial intelligence. It is not uncommon to witness hunting between lions, crocodiles and antelopes. Those will not be scripted events. It's going to be behaviour of each creature that decides the various situations, as is true in a true ecosystem. So obviously what they're trying to get to here is that you'll have animals in the game. Obviously it will respond randomly, which could affect you if you're close by, or just something called seeing the distance. And they're trying to basically create a real ecosystem that would exist in the environment for true life. They go on further to say, thus the antelopes move in groups and often go to the river for drink. The lion spends his time between sleeping in his cave and hunting. If he crosses the antelopes in his path and his zone of attack, then he will go on the attack. The type of situation will also depend on where the player is at times, and will also take place outside the player's field of view. Now obviously what they're saying there is sometimes you might hear a skirmish going on, or you may come across a dead animal, for example an antelope near the water, and that which will mean even though you weren't there, a lion could have attacked the antelope, or a crocodile could have attacked them from the water, etc. So it sounds like they're going to have quite a cool system built up, really. It's going to be intriguing to see how they go about that. I'm hoping the realism will add a whole new element to it. They have also shown in the game there are going to be some legendary style creatures, like a gigantic snake they showed at the end of the E3 trailer. So I'm guessing that's going to go to the sort of mythological side of things. Obviously that's a bit different than usually what we'd get for Assassin's Creed, but we can see how it goes with that one. They've also added, in regards to the combat, that the game will only allow 3 dodge times in a row, so that will eliminate the concept of rolling around like a lunatic instead of just getting stuck into the fight. Obviously it'll mean you have to be a lot more controlled and decide what to do. They have already shown that in the combat different enemy types will have different weapons, different armour, and it's up to you to learn what types of weapons, what type of... Also they have added into the game the fact that Bayek will not only be customisable through his weapons and armour, but also physically. The source wasn't able to get more explanations on that subject, but there will be a creation type phase. From what we can gather, it will also be that you can grasp basically different styles of Bayek. It may not be a create a character screen as such, but it will also allow things for like beard growth in the game, and they're unsure about hair growth at the moment. It has shown that Bayek has practically a shaved head, but it seems like a lot of the physics are going to be the same as Witcher 3, if anyone's played that, where your beard and facial development would change over time, and then obviously you can shave it down as regular as you like, or you can let it grow out into a full mass beard, which is quite a cool concept for them to add in, because we haven't seen anything like that so far in the Assassin's Creed games. That's all the information they've given us so far. Obviously more, when I come across information, I'll be happy to share it online with you guys, upload it. Basically, please subscribe to the page, you'll get constant updates of what's going on. I've also got a link that will go on the end of this for my Facebook page. I also update on there as I go along. Now I'm also throwing in new content constantly. Basically I'm going to be keeping up to date as much as I can with the Assassin's Creed Origins. As a huge Assassin's Creed fan, I am really excited for the new game coming out. I'm really looking forward to see what they do with all this new type of gameplay.